Hello, in this video they want us to find the radius of this circle, and they're telling us that ABCD is a square and also point E is the midpoint of line BC. Okay, so ABCD is a square and this diagonal AC is 4 root 2. So with that information, what is the radius of the circle? Now, since ABCD is a square, that implies that AB will be equals to BC. So this line will be equals to this line BC. That implies that this one here, if this side is equals to this side, that implies that this angle is equal to this angle. Okay, now we already know that this is 90 degrees because all interior angles of a square add up to 90 degrees. Each interior angle of a square is 90 degrees. So since this is 90 and this angle is equal to this angle, that implies this is 45 and this is 45 to be able to make 180. So this angle is 45 degrees. Also this one is 45 degrees. Now, as you see it, it is a special triangle, which is a 45 to 90 degrees triangle. And from the 45 to 90 degrees triangle theorem, in such a triangle, the length of the hypotenuse is the length of the leg of each of the legs, say BC, times root 2. Okay? So the length of the hypotenuse is equals to the length of the length of the leg times root 2. So this is what I mean. So this is A, B, C. So if BC is, so this is 90 degrees, this is A, and this is A because this is 45 degrees, and also this is 45 degrees. So if this is A and this is A, then the hypotenuse is A times root 2. Now, if we go back to our diagram AB, in our triangle ABC, we can see that this is 4 root 2. So the root 2 is already catered 4, okay? So that implies that this 4 is our constant A. That means also this side AB is A, which in this case now is 4. So AB is 4, and also BC is 4. Now, if BC is 4, remember we said point E is the midpoint of BC. That implies that it divides BC into 2 equal parts. So if BC is 4, that implies that BE is 2. Also, EC is 2. Now, since this square runs from this chord AD down and touches at this point, so that means that this point E, if we are to draw a vertical line from point E upwards, that means it would pass through the center of this circle. So let me draw a vertical line upwards. Just like that. So the center of this circle is around, say, this point here. So this here is radius. From here to here is radius, which is R. And from here to the top is also radius. Now let me call this point here, let me call it point F. Now since this is the radius and this is the tangent, this angle is obviously 90 degrees due to the tangent to a circle theorem, where the radius and tangent form an angle of 90 degrees. So this line EF is parallel to this line BA. So we come up with the rectangle BAFE. So this is also 90 degrees. This is 90 degrees. So if this is a rectangle, that implies that, remember, opposite sides of a rectangle are equal. So BE is equals to AF. Now since BE is 2, also AF is 2. And also since EC is 2, then FD is also 2. Now, since we saw that AB is 4, that implies that also FE is also 4. But remember, this is E up to this point is the diameter of the circle. But we just have from here to here, which is 4. So the whole diameter of the circle is 2r. Okay? So implying that this remaining portion here is the whole diameter 2r, then minus from here to here, which is 4. So 2r minus 4. So this part from here to here is 2r minus 4. Now, as if you look at the circle, we have two chords. We have this chord AD and also this chord here. So from intersecting chords theorem, if you have a circle and you have two chords where this is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D, then A times B is equals to C times D. Now in our diagram, AF is A, FD is B, then from here to point F is C, and from F to E is D. So replacing in this formula, this will be 2 times 2 being equals to, from here to here is 2r minus 4. Then our D is from here to here, which is equals to 4. Okay, so this is 4 is equals to, when you multiply this into the bracket, it will be 8r minus 16. So we make 8r the subject, so 8r will be equals to 4 plus 16, and so 8r is equals to 20. Divide both sides by 8, and so we have r being equals to, so this divide by 4 is 2, and this divide by 4 is 5. So r is 5 over 2. So this is, they wanted us to find the radius of the circle. And r is the radius of our circle, which is 5 over 2 units. So that's how you solve for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Kindly subscribe to this channel for more amazing videos. Like, comment, and share your thoughts about this video in the comment section down below. Also, if you have alternative approaches, kindly share them with us. And please do not forget to share this video with your friends and family for an enlightening experience. Thank you so much. See you in the next one.